Hello everyone, and welcome to my floss tube, Gail's Golden Needle. I'm Gail. Today it's February 19th, 2024. It's been chilly. We've still not had many snow days. No snow. So I haven't really been working on my snow day stitch. Welcome everyone. I'm so glad that you're here. I really am beyond belief that my whip parade got over like 1,700 views. Wow. I increased the subscribers by about 100, so thank you all for subscribing and welcome. I have a lot to show today. Some whips, works in progress. I have a finish that I did show on a last floss tube that I did with Tina Stitches and Amy from Mimi Stitchery. We had a blast doing that. I hope you did watch that one. That one was a lot of fun because we get together on Sunday mornings for a Zoom. And so we decided to record one so you could kind of see our shenanigans and what we do. I also have a couple of other things. I've been working on a wool applique. Well, it's wool and cotton applique that I'd like to show you that I started. I do have a couple of new starts in kind of cross stitch. And one, you're really going to be surprised that I'm probably doing it. And it's all Tina's fault. And Amy, their fault. So let's start with a finish. A finish that I did. This is Ink Circles. I did show it, but in case you didn't watch, I'm going to show it again. Ink Circles Hawaiian mandala sampler. And this is on 32 count cobblestone Lugana. And I changed up all the flosses from what was called for. And so this is my finish. I really am liking it. I'm really pleased with how it turned out. So I'll just bring it up a little bit closer. You can see some of it. So, yeah. A lot of stitching, but a lot of fun. This one was fun. And then, you know, I'm getting more comfortable with the Lugana. So I throw it over here. Next up, what I've been working on. I did pull out and worked a little bit more on, sorry, I got to dig in the bag. This is a big bag. Big bag. Is the Mirabilia Woods Goddess. Let's see. If I bring it up close, you can kind of see her. Like I said, these pictures don't really show how this looks. So I have it on a scroll. I did have to roll the scroll a little bit, and I am beading and back stitching as I go. I know. Some of you are like, what? This is being stitched on, oh my goodness, what was it again? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to do this floss tube so that I have something up. I am not remembering what I did it on. I must have wrote it down somewhere. Maybe it's on here. It should be on here. Let's see. Because sometimes I put it, oh, there it is. This is Fiber on a Whim, 16 count Ada, Cypress. So let me put it this way, and I'll show you this. Oh, she's looking so pretty. Oh my goodness. Look at her and all that bling. Ooh, that's a pretty good picture if I turn it like that. It's showing the colors really well. You can see all the beading. Now, I am having a little bit of trouble with some of the beading. I'm probably going to have to go back and do a second leg. I've been trying to do just the first leg. And some of these bigger beads just aren't fitting. And this is on 16 count, and it's just not fitting in there. So I may be minus a bead on some areas like that. I should have probably just, especially that coming down from her dress. but I'm really liking it. And I did switch out one of the Krynics for a petite treasure braid. I think that's what it is, a petite treasure braid. And that has worked, especially on the gold, because the gold was giving me a hard time. The bronze, I have no problem with the Krynic on the bronze, which is all in here. You can see this bronze area there. It was this gold areas that was really giving me trouble with the Krynic. So, that's my goddess, my woods goddess. I really enjoyed this one. This one, I have fun when I pull it out. It just, seeing her come to bling life is so pretty. I love it. So, what's up next? I have been working on, I took it off the hoop because I was working on it this morning. And so I wanted to be sure that people like to see my bags. So it's the same bags. So, okay. This one is a Stitcher Sampler by Primitive Hair. And I am stitching this on 32 count Platinum Lugana that I over dyed myself. And I'm stitching the floss is Weeks Dye Works Fathom. So this is where I've gotten so far. Like I said, she has a little bit of a hoop mark, but I don't want to keep ironing them. But there we are. So I've brought this down and over some. I'm going to finish this up today. I did get this spool in. And I'm starting to work on the rest of these words here and bring this down. Hopefully today I'll finish up this and get these words in. And then there's a whole lot more bees at the bottom. This thing has 22 bees total. And the bees take some time. That's the only thing. Everything else is pretty good. I do have trouble with, it takes me a while because the counting, it's so far. I mean, to try and count over like 10 or 11 over this way and then I make sure that I'm counting. So that's where there's a lot of counting. The rest of it goes really nice. It's no problem. So I'm going to put this one up over here because I am, oops, looks like I got thread on me. I hope everyone's doing well. I know several have been sick. It's been that kind of weather, right? It's like cold, then warm, then cold, then warm. And like I said, we haven't had much snow. The next one that I have worked on is, I'm working this with Amy from Mimi's Stitchery. We're working on, keeps falling over, And a Forest Grew. So here we go. And a Forest Grew by Rosewood Manor. All the freaking trees. And you talk about counting on those. There's a lot of counting on that as well. And a lot of color changes. So one little tree might have 5 different greens in it. But it is pretty. It's coming along really nicely. So I finished my February homework. And I'll show you that. This is staying in the hoop because I am continuously working on it. So this is the section that was our February. And I'd already done this one when I did all this. So I finished all of these. This is a little off my initials. And yes, I did put 2024 already in there. We are stitching this all year. We've broken it down to 12 parts. And I'm going to finish it this year. And if I finish it the first week of January, it's still, I'm counting it as 2024. That's when we decided this was our SAL. So, yep. It's looking really good. Like I said, it's just hard when you have like 2 here and then 2 over here. But it's beautiful. It's going to be big. Big, big, big. Biggie, biggie. this is going to be a quick one. Wowee, very quick. Okay, let me put that one down there. Now let me move these up so I can get to them. There we go. So I decided I was going to do a little new start. This one is, and I put it in this bag because I had that bag free. So this is, I just thought, I want something spring. I really don't do a lot of Valentine or Easter or even St. Patrick's Day. But I thought, oh, I just want to do something springy. It's been fairly nice, but today it's still like cloudy and cold. No snow. So I had this in my stash. Everything's from my stash. Luminous Fiber Arts, Gathering Clover by Misty Purcell. So I already did the Gathering Berries. So this is Gathering Clover. And I am working this with, I wrote myself a note, 18 count ale. And I'm using Classic Colorworks 4-leaf clover and grasshopper. I'm using 2 colors. I did that on the Gathering Berries as well. So I'm going to be doing my plan is, I'm doing the border in the dark, which is grasshopper. And then I'll probably do this clover and this clover in the dark as well. I might do the birds. I have to decide. But this is where I've gotten so far. And I like how it's coming out. So it looks like I already started the bird in the 4-leaf. So, but I do like it. I think it's pretty. It's going to be really nice. So that's what I've been doing on that start. It was just that was a start that was kind of like I was in a mood from work and from doctors. The doctors are telling me, I've had so many doctor's appointments. I have 3 doctor's appointments in 2 weeks I've had. And they're all telling me the same thing. I'm old and I'm breaking. Like, really? I'm breaking? I'm going to break? Yes, that's the problem with having 3 kinds of arthritis. So I'm going to have some more coffee. So, this next one, this next start. So Amy and Tina, I mean, they do Hades, big Hades, big, full-blown. They're doing a stitching shelf, which is gorgeous. I just love it. It's beautiful. And they've been needling me and telling me, oh, you gotta try it, you gotta try it. And then if you did see that we were together, Tina had found one for me. She says, oh, I found the perfect one for you. It's a good size, it's small, it's a good starter, and it's right up your alley. She was telling me it covers 3 holidays. I said, 3 holidays? She said, yes, Christmas, Halloween, and Valentine's. I was like, get out. So she did. She found this one. So she gifted it to me. Random act of kindness. Thank you, Tina. And this is Heaven and Earth Designs. It's a story keep. And it's called Simply Meant to Be. Artwork by Sherry Gerhardt. So this is it. Now, in this picture, it's cut off here. Here, I'm going to take it out of the plastic for this one. I did make I made a bigger copy. Although it's not that great, it's not as bright because I'm running out of ink. And I love it. It is. It's really me. If you know me, you know. But I think, like they cut it off, although they cut it off right about here. I'm going to cut it off probably about here. I'm going to bring it down just a little bit. I think I'm going to leave off the dog. So I will probably cut it off here. I'm going to check and see, because this would be a weird frame. I don't know if I would frame it or if I'm just going to flat finish it, maybe. So now on to what I've done. And this is in this bag. And I have it on a scroll rod, because it is a lot easier to see it and do it. This is being done on, where did I put that? My notes. 22 count ivory Hardanger. And I like the Hardanger. I had picked up a piece when I was on a retreat last October up in Wisconsin. There was a cross stitched up, and I can't remember the name of it. But I'm definitely going to go back there in April. And I really like it, but it didn't have a grid. I had some gridded Aida that I thought I'd started on, but it was so stiff and so hard. I didn't like working with it. And you can't wash it up to soften it because the grid will be gone. So I kind of gridded it myself with just little dots. And that's done with, it's a fabric marking pen that will wash out. Thought I had it right here, I don't. But this is where I'm at. And yes, I have a hanging thread there. I should have taken it to the back. But it's so hard. It's the only way that you can really kind of see where you left off. It's really hard. But there's even some white stitches in there. That's all the way across the top. And so it's not very big. It's 80 by 313, but like I said, I'm not going to do the 313 probably. So it's 80 across. So, I mean, I'm doing, okay, let me see. I got to say all the things on the aids. It's on 22 count, and I'm doing 2 threads, 10th stitch. That's how you say it, right? 10th stitch or half cross. And I like the coverage. I did pull out, and I bought, for the black, I bought a spool of anchor. I have some skeins of anchor, but those are already in, and I probably will use all of those for my long dog sampler, Gone to Pieces, that were gifted to me by my friend Stephanie. So I'm going to try the anchor in the spool. So they only had one at my Joann. I grabbed it. I don't think I'll need 2, but we'll see. But yeah, so a Haid. I give. I understand now that I need a tablet, right? A tablet. I need one of those Android tablets. So I'm looking at them and getting Pattern Keeper and getting this into Pattern Keeper. So I was enjoying this, and I get into it, and it's very hard right now to stop and then go back to it because I kind of lose my place, and it takes me a while to figure out where I was. They've given me some pointers on what to do to figure out where I am. I've been coloring with pencil, and I realized that I'm going to have to put this into Pattern Keeper to do this, and I really want to do this because this is a cool one. So I've stopped right now because when I get all of that and put it into Pattern Keeper, I will have to transpose all of my stitches that I've done into Pattern Keeper, and that's probably going to take me a day. I'm not, you know. So anyway, this is where I'm at. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's very, very cool. I really do like it. And I think that my friends know me very well. So does my family. So thank you again, Tina. and Amy for encouraging me, nudging me, and supporting me with this. So I'm there with that. So this is going to be very, very short. I need to get back to a little bit of stitching. I've been doing some sewing, a lot of sewing. I have some plans ahead for that. And got to get some grocery shopping done. I'm off today. Doctor appointments, you know. So I just wanted to show this one last thing. I got the book, The Raven, by Blackbird Designs. This is a quilt. And it did come out, I forgot when it came out, what year this was. But I remember seeing it years ago. And I did like the quilt. I saw the quilt done up with the fabrics. So this is the whole quilt done with the fabrics. I'm not going to do the whole quilt. My favorite, I'm pulling out my favorites, and I'm going to make pillows to put on my couch. So I decided to do the ones with the pumpkins and the crows. I love the crows and the pumpkins. Maybe I might pick a different one, but for now, I like the pumpkin ones. So I started. Now this is part wool and part cotton fabric. And I have everything basted down, turned, needle turned and basted, except for the wool. Some of it still needs to be stuck down. And I'm starting to sew her up. So this is where I'm at with this. As you can see, this part here is wool, and all the crows will be wool. So that's my plan, is that all the pumpkins and all the crows will be in wool, and the other will be in different fabrics. And the backgrounds may not all be the same, but they will be some kind of low volume print. Like writing print on print fabric. So I just give you a little close-up with some of the fabrics. And they're kind of there. And I've done some stitches in there. And I've stitched down some of this. I think these are already stitched down. So I've kind of worked this area. I'm starting to come up on this. So, oops. So yeah. That's my wool project. My wool applique. Wool cotton applique. So, I don't know if I'll show it until I'm finished. Maybe I will show it when I get up into the crow and some of the stitches that I'm doing there. But basically all the rest of them are just a hidden applique stitch. The wool I will be doing like blanket stitch with pearl cottons. So, that's that one. So, I hope everyone is doing well. That you're anxious for spring. It's coming. That groundhog said it's coming early, so let's hope so. And I hope that you all take care, be kind, and enjoy your stitching. Until next time, bye.